Hi, everyone. Glad you're back again if you're joining me. If you joined me before and you're back again, is what I mean. Hey there. I'm Terry, financial coach. And tonight, what I wanted to ask you is how will you know when you've been successful? And one of the questions that I get asked a lot. Like whenever I talk to anybody and they ask me, what do? I say I'm a financial coach. The first words out of their mouth are very frequently, oh, I need to talk to you. And that's a really interesting question because oftentimes it's in a context where they don't feel like opening up right then and there. And I totally respect that. So, the conversation will usually kind of meander around what it is that I do. And so I wanted to tell you one of the things that I ask of my clients in one of the first sessions when we're working together, in the first session when we're working together, is I want you to be able to identify how will you know that you've been successful. So I want to just kind of touch on the fact that working with a financial coach is often a more limited engagement. I've talked about this a little bit before in the past. I've done some videos about like what is a financial coach exactly and what it's like to work with a financial coach. And I've said this before, but like a lot of times, a lot of people will meet with a financial planner, and the financial planner will kind of like ask all these questions and lay out kind of like your life plan. And here's how much money you need to be setting aside every month in order to reach these goals. And a lot of people like either their eyes glaze over or their jaw drops and they're thinking, I can't come up with that much money to save every month. There's any number of different reactions. And so usually that's like the key prime point of where financial coaches can come in, is because I can look through what's happening in like your day-to-day money to sort of like problem solve or look at, solutions in order to help you like bridge that gap so that you do get to a place where you are able to work successfully towards those goals. And so if you're looking at, let's say you're working with a financial planner and one of the goals is that you want to save for a down payment for a house. That's very broad and generic. And that's why people come up with things like SMART goals, right? They say, make it, specific, measurable, relevant, time-based, all those kind of things. It's because what you're doing is you're saying like, I want to save $50,000 for a down payment on a house by January of 2023. That's super specific. So you will know you are successful when you have reached that mark, or maybe you've reached the halfway mark. Like it's easy to identify these little points. So that's one way of looking at things. But I will also tell you that, sometimes when people are working with me, their goal is not that specific. It's more of like, I just want to feel better about how I handle money. And that is a super great goal to have and very admirable. But I also can't necessarily measure that for you. I can reinforce all the things that you're doing that are going to, lead you to a place of feeling more confident and comfortable, and all those types of things around like, making money, decision-making with your money, saving, paying off debt, all those things. But what I want you to identify for yourself is I will know I'm successful when blank. And think about that and write that down. Because I know that there's certain things in my life where I can look at, I want to be saving this much per month towards retirement. And as long as every month I'm checking that box, then I can say that I've been successful. But if I say, I want to, I want to reach a point where I feel comfortable, with a business that's on autopilot so I can travel around the world. Like that might be a little bit harder to measure. There's a lot of components to that. So basically what I want you to do is I want you to look at, what exactly are your goals, and whether or not it's like, a longer term, like a savings goal, those are easier to identify. But if what you're looking at is more of like a feeling or something like emotional, I want you to identify when you know you've been successful. And so it could just be as simple as my daughter picked up a journal the other day from the store, and it was really great. And it's just kind of one of those things. It's like check boxes. It's like, I accomplished what I set out for today, or I made progress towards, this particular thing today. And you can fill in all your own, check boxes and fill in the blanks. But, it may just be as simple as like identifying a feeling and how many times did you accomplish that feeling, right? So maybe you've got a goal that you want to spend less. So if somebody's, looking into like doing a spending fast or something like that, where you basically have no spend weeks or no spend days, something like that, maybe that's a measurable thing where you can say, today I did not spend any money. Or today I only spent money on things that I had planned for. Or today I only spent money on things that made me feel good, or, something like that. So you have to be the measure. You are the yardstick for your own success. Like I said, I can kind of tell you if the things that you're doing are, likely going to get you towards that, but especially if it's a feeling that you're working towards where you just want to have like more confidence. How do you measure that? Right. So anyway, it's something that I want you to ponder. If you do get to a place where you're feeling like I would like to talk to you to see if maybe coaching could help me get to whatever my next goal is, I do offer a free 30-minute phone call. And it's basically just kind of like a get to know you. This is not like a ask me anything and I'll give you quick advice. This is more of like, let's get to know each other and see if I can really help you with the goals that you have. And do you feel comfortable with me and my style? So I am more than happy to offer a free 30-minute phone call. I've put the link down below. You can go to that website and jump right into my calendar and schedule a call if you want to chat with me and see if it would be worthwhile to work together. So that's that. And I'm also going to link to some other videos. It's going to be off to one of these sides here. I'll link to some other videos that I've done here too. Just more like kind of short, sweet, to the point things that I just think it's kind of fun for us to talk about. So I'll link to those also. And feel free to leave me anything in the comments as well. If you have questions, I'm happy to respond. If this resonated with you, if you also have a goal that's like maybe a little hard to measure, I'd love to hear about that too. Because I want to know like really what kind of things are there that you can look at that would become measurable. Like if it's things that you're working towards, that's just a feeling. So anyway, with that, I'm going to leave you guys for the evening and I will catch you again next time. Bye.